La 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 la, wait till I get my money right.
Welcome back
to another
family.
episode, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Just Two Broke
Boys.
It's your boy Mutikwe Khiba.
And greatness, Mpana, coming to you live, family.
Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Do the things
down below.
Do
we always
the
love when you
things.
guys comment, but also we didn't give you guys a Christmas special, so you know what?
That's
feel
our
it.
bad.
I understand our bad.
Take
but
accountability. No.
But you know what? We're back. We're definitely back.
Happy New Year, guys. Happy New Year. Man,
Compliments, man. Live the best
on this
week.
platform.
Yeah.
Happy New Year, guys.
Yeah. So, fun fact. So it is my birthday tomorrow. Actually, that's actually crazy. So, hey, first birthday on the thing.
Oh yeah! Oh,
snap!
Actually,
That's mad.
Actually,
Okay.
We're bringing you along. No cap in the
We
wrist.
might just show you some of that like in the next episode, but this is just more of a recap of 22 because if we're just being honest, then I was saying this in one of like my little video diaries and journals and stuff like that. I was legit like, if I'm being honest, it's like I didn't accomplish maybe let's say 80% of the goals of like 2022, but also the shit that I did accomplish in 2022 was huge.
Yeah, monumental.
You know what I mean? Like, where I was like, whoa,
Monumental.
I thought I would have to have all of this to get
before I
that,
get
and then
here,
that came, and then
Yeah.
these ones did. I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
A win is a win.
A win is a
A
win.
win is a
A
win.
win
I'm
is a win.
sorry, a
A
win
win
is
is a
a
win.
win. But
100%.
that was the whole thing about 22. Like, it was just so like.
And
it was dope. It was dope.
And quite frankly, guys, as much as we made it seem extremely natural based on our enthusiasm, you guys literally saw us attack a year for the first time with intention behind each quarter, like sectioned an entire year straight from quarters and executed each quarter according to the level of intensity required and the task at hand. You saw us in Joburg, you saw us come back, you saw us go to the gym in the dead of winter in minus degree temperatures and all the way to the summer. So that
We've had a full
circle.
circle. We had a full circle
with you guys,
and also not just that. Yeah, exactly. Like documented.
Documented
Like,
with
I'm sure
you guys.
we've been kind of close, but
Yeah.
although it was the most consistent year like that.
Yeah.
But it's the first year that was actually documented,
Yeah.
like for like the entire time, like
as intentional as it was and as accurate as it might have played out, it was solely based on, hey, how about if we try this and execute like this?
Yeah.
So this year is literally an opportunity where we are
Yeah.
going to be sowing so hard, if you get what I mean.
it's kind of like it's kind of like that Drake video, you know what I mean? Like this is that moment.
Like this is that moment
This is
when
that
you wake
moment.
up,
So
like,
you gonna
yo,
put it right,
hey,
you gonna put it right.
Check this out. Boom.
It's like, sometimes you have to realize, like, this is it. It's happening now, And this moment decides the longevity of this whole thing. So, some mornings you gotta wake up and be like, this is my thing, not anyone else's.
Right.
Exactly.
So
Is that
that's exactly what 22 was. And the crazy thing about it was when we were saying this in the gym, we were like, the craziest part about 22 is the second quarter is coming like full circle. Because when we went into the second quarter the first time, if you remember, we went in a week early because we were like, this quarter is about to be insane and we were never ready for it, and we have to like prepare as much as we possibly can to actually get into it. And then towards the end of the second quarter, we're like, alright, you know what? If we keep up this same level of just fuck shit, right? And just drive into Q3, then we could just push the envelope a little bit further. Then at the end of Q3, we're like, if we keep this up for Q4, Q1 is going to be
another tip. When like you expose your compare. Oh, damn, an amazing video where Jordan Peterson talks about the exact same thing. I think I posted recently where it's like you have to expand your capacity. Hopefully we can play. Check this out real quick. Check.
But one of the things I recommend to young people, especially true for people in their 20s, is that you should push yourself beyond your limits of tolerance in your 20s to find out where it is. How much can you work? How disciplined can you become? Like, can you work 12 hours a day? Can you work 8 hours a day? Can you work 3 hours a day? Like, flat out. Where's your limit? And how much work can you do and how much socialization? You should find out. Push yourself past and then back off to that point where it's optimally sustainable.
Precisely.
Exactly.
Precisely. So it's that type of thing where it's like,
I think that was actually that.
Yeah, it's literally
22 is like maxing out.
Yeah,
like,
max out.
Max out.
What's your max? What is your max?
Yeah,
Because your max doesn't stay your max forever. but you can't improve your max if you don't know what it is.
Yeah.
So your willingness to actually push to the limit and say, okay, cool, I can only work so long before I catch freaking COVID. In my tracks.
Last
You know
week
what
in
I'm
Joburg.
saying? Like, last week, like even before that, even like during COVID, it's like, oh yeah, yo, I've been going hard type of thing. But now you know to what degree you can push yourself. And sometimes you gotta do it like again to make sure that this was really it. Like I didn't trip up.
Like
I didn't
this wasn't like
do
a fluke.
A fluke. Nah, this really is how far I can go.
Because
Cool,
we said
bet.
this in episode 3, I think, where it was like, at the end of the day, there's a first point where you kind of get into it by mistake, but then you don't know what it is.
Yeah.
And there's another time by mistake, but then you're like, oh, okay, so this is something that I can actually tap into. So then it's like from this point forward, it's not being in this frequency.
It's a choice.
It's a
It's
choice.
a choice.
You're now true because you know it's there.
Yeah.
You've seen like the kind of things you gotta work out
Yeah.
for you to be able to do it. So at that point, it's like, okay, you know there's that level. So every moment out of it, I'm not saying staying it the whole time. Like, you know, you can't be like, don't go to sleep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But it's like when you are awake, how are you using that time to add to your life and not take away from it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's
Point
the
blank
whole
period.
thing. But like the
So-
first topic of this particular episode, that was a
get
very
to it.
long intro.
Yeah,
right?
our bad.
So
We missed
but
you,
also
man.
there will be a second episode where we're really talking to
Oh
you
yeah,
guys.
we'll go in depth in terms of
This
like,
is
you know
just
what I
more
mean,
of a
that's true.
recap. We'll
Yeah.
probably show you part of the intro we've been promising you guys, and the 0 to 6 figure series. But you know what?
Boom!
Like, it's just so dope stuff that you're off like this, man.
23
You
is
know what I
out,
mean?
guys.
Like 23
is
Jordan
out.
years.
23 is
Right.
out. Yes.
But the first topic of today is viewing it all as an opportunity of separation.
Point blank period.
Yeah.
Point blank period. Now, I can go into the very obvious and practical answer. Reasoning behind why that is 100% thing that you should do. And the simply put is, what's the alternative? Like, suffer through it. Like, it's going to be happening
Yeah.
either way. Not
Yeah.
just a perspective
Yeah.
of how you actually want to see
Yeah.
the thing. Because at some point, the harder it starts to get, the more it makes sense why so many people, including why yourself,
Don't do
are so
it,
good
yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
Like, it makes absolute sense.
Yeah.
And with that realization comes the decision that, okay, cool. To separate, for me not to end up like them, I just have to do what they did not do, which is keep going.
Yeah.
Like, it's not keep
Literally,
doing the right,
like,
it's
that's
keep,
it, like-
and it weeds
Yeah.
itself out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's now a conscious decision you're making. So
Yeah.
viewing everything as a period of separation, it's like everything you're going through is like, okay, cool, I get
Yeah.
why,
Yeah.
like a
Yeah,
lesser
'cause-
version of
'cause
me
it's-
or other people.
That person had
would
to
not-
die.
Yeah, had to die here.
That person had to die so that
100%.
this guy can now happen and then take over from there. Because I think also it's also like that thing that Nipsey was saying, where he's just like there's just a certain point where it's like you gotta finish, dog. Like you know what I'm saying? You already put in too much for you to not continue or finish. Like it's
You're
like
a lot
it's like
closer to where you're trying to get to than where you trying to get, where you came from.
Yeah, you know, it's like if you're driving from like same as Seoul to like Cape Town, right? 12 hours. If you're like 100 k's out, and then just let's say 900 k's out, and then you're like, Cape Town, you hold, I'm going back home. Do you understand? Like you'll have driven a good 10 hours, and in those 10 hours, you'll not have even gotten to either one of your destinations.
22 hours. Go
Like,
there, quit, come
go
back.
there, quit,
22
12,
hours,
come,
nothing.
like, you
Nothing.
didn't get to either place, but you've been
Nothing.
double the time of the actual thing, but got to experience nothing out of it.
Stop
So it's like, at a certain point, it's just like, dude, like, I think the craziest part about 22 was just, it was the commitment. Before it was...
22 was the commitment.
Yeah, because at first
not
it
the
was
mastery,
more, yeah,
not the
'cause
accomplishment.
at first it was more like stages.
Yeah.
It was just like,
Yeah.
you know, okay, cool, there's this,
Yeah.
there's this, and then 22 is just like, listen, dude, I said I ain't gonna stop. So it's like, if you're gonna kill me, just do
So
it right.
be it. Like, so be it.
But I'm still
But-
going that way. Like, there's no
Yeah.
ways about it.
Yeah.
There's just no ways about it.
And also, I think the most beautiful thing about that is, in fact, I don't know if this is on the same topic, being, yes, let time be your friend. In this process of everything, like, let time be your friend, because at some
Yeah.
point, that's the thing that gives you the ability to, that at some point you can say, yo, I'm living in the thing I used to pray for.
Yeah.
Like, at some point, what was a goal, what I'd once just hoped for me, and if I can just get to this, I promise you I'm gone. Obviously, you got to that stage and realize how wrong you were in terms
Like,
of
damn,
what's
there's a
gonna
lot more.
There's a lot more, but it happened,
And you did it.
and you're living in it. Like,
You work towards it.
the thing
and-
that the thing you're working towards right now, you're doing it in a place that you imagine yourself there at one point. So
Yeah.
like, what's to say the other unknown type? No, who's not? it was hard getting here. It was hard getting to this
Like, just
point,
because
and
you're
we
here
ain't done
doesn't mean you
nothing.
didn't have the whole thing to it.
You know what I
man.
mean? So at each
Yeah,
stage,
yeah.
each stage of the game is going to be that. So it's
Yeah.
the matter of perspective that is you deploy when you're tackling all of these things. So viewing it all as a period of separation. That's like,
Yeah,
let me get
yeah.
one step ahead.
Legit.
Let me get one step ahead.
So
At
just
some point, that just becomes
one more
showing up.
day. Yeah, like,
One
just-
more day. The power of one
just,
more.
Just,
Like,
just one more. One
just
more
do
day.
one
One
more.
more day. One more day.
100%.
Nah, and then our second topic. Our second topic is how to be happy with what you have while you're in pursuit of for what you want. Yeah.
How to be in a state of blissful dissatisfaction. So well put as Ed Milet. But yeah, like the ability to say, yeah, this is good. Nah, this is not. Like I like this, but
I could stay here.
And
I could.
And at some point you start fighting the guilt of, hey, does it feel like I don't appreciate what I have because I want this so much and
Yeah.
I'm almost neglecting this and everything? But like
Yeah.
it's easy to go through those patterns, but I would say understanding leads to action. Understanding leads to action. Where you don't have to believe anything, where you understand. And I think one of the strongest points that we had, like one of the biggest, I don't want to say advantage like it was given to us, but
had to fight for that too.
the skill we actually, the skill we had in the beginning of how much we just soak in information and deploy it with so much, with such blind faith, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But in fact, let me say hopeful faith, you know what I mean? Like, optimistic faith. Of course it's gonna work. Of
course.
It's like it's get it, do it. Like that repetitive.
Because I think the main thing about it is it's like sometimes it's, especially depending on the thing that you're trying to go for or the particular dream that you have in mind, it's like having to weed out those zeros or losses. Like if let's say you like just have like a 0 point mamang chance, it's like, okay, so because my thing is, I've always said the thing about my kind of philosophy or approach is I don't need the odds to be in my favor. I just need them to not be zero. So it's like if it's a 0.1 in an 8th million, it's like, okay, 1, 2, 3.
Let's get to chipping. Listen, 14 million realities out of one, I'm chosen. Like, we got a Doctor Strange. If we have to Doctor Strange this thing, it's fine.
You know, that is just my whole thing with it. So I think for the better part, I think this was kind of like the overarching theme, or rather in the reflection or being reminiscent of 22 it was more about the acceptance. Because at that point, you're like, but $1 million is actually a lot. Like, 100, like, but my 100K was a lot, but damn, like, it's still not like 14 million realities. Go through it. And the thing about it is, once you've gone through all of them, like, when you get to that one, that's it. Like, it's not like it was like your first one, and then you're like, okay, this was cool, but is there another one? No. Obviously, when you get there, you're like, stack. But I think just as a kind of, little retrospective thing going on with 22, I think 22 was really big on acceptance, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And with that acceptance came a spectacular level of execution. Like, there was a point where it was just like, okay, idea,
we killed off 30% of, like, you know what I mean,
the doubt and friction
the
and
friction
all
of
of it. 'Cause
acceptance.
even just this on its own, like, we went one episode, 2, 3, hardest thing ever. Hardest thing ever. It was just like, every time there's like
It's
a thing to
commitment and
start
acceptance,
something, you know what I mean? It's immediately tested.
Immediately, real time.
Immediately tested.
Like,
Like,
the minute you make a big decision.
there's no time to be like, oh, this is so great, and then you're catching a lick.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
doesn't matter what it is, what avenue, the minute you're like, okay, we're here. Oh, I want. Boom. Okay, just bam.
And it's so obvious. And it's like it's
like somebody's
obvious.
joking, dog.
Like,
put that in there.
Like right after you make a decision, something else would like.
But also, it's like right after that fight, the craziest thing is how the thing that happens after it, that's dope, happens so easily. Then it's like, so what was that for? Because it'll be this, like, you know what I mean? Crazy. And then you'd like get to the end and it's like, oh yeah, now here it is.
So you wanted me to know you have hands.
Yes.
Like, you wanted me to know you have hands. And sometimes that's literally what it is. Because the acceptance of it.
That's
like,
all it becomes.
Like the acceptance and commitment. I think that to sum up 22,
yeah.
it was acceptance and commitment. Like, this is what it is. This is
how
what it's gonna
go.
take. Like, and it's like,
that's it.
that's it.
Are you here? No, sharp, choose.
Hard.
But
It's very unforgiving.
we're here.
Very unforgiving.
You're here.
But, and not only are we here, but we're bringing you guys along
With the
us,
journey. But
guys.
yeah, no, guys, that was just a little intro to the year, a little a young proof of life.
Proof of life. We're still
Proof
here.
of life. Proof of life. Now,
Just
we're
two
still
broke
here, guys.
boys.
That's right. Now, 23
Still
is
here.
up. 23 is absolutely up. There's a whole crazy. So this is also the beginning of our athlete arc, which means that you guys are going to be seeing a whole lot more fitness content.
Athleticism,
If you follow my
fitness
TikTok,
content.
I'm already hitting you with it every single day. So, yeah. So anyway, by the end of 23, I will be dunking. 5'7", 5'8" on a very great day. Trust. On a great day. And if you have any, denials about this whole thing, is because you've not seen me on a great day.
I'm jumping into a car by the end of the season. I'm literally clearing a car.
Yeah. Actually, that was the crazy thing about this year, where we're just like, sorry, like small tangent, but it's like we were talking about like New Year's resolutions and stuff for a little bit. Like, I think shortly after the 31st, New Year's Eve, and then the first, and then the second.
New
or the
year,
third.
new me's. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, we're
New
talking
year,
about
new me's.
resolutions, and it's like I think we've been on a journey of like personal development for so long that everything about the kind of person that we were trying to be in terms of like habits and just the way the life is set up, we are kind of doing that right now. Like, I think 22 was implementing those things forcefully so they fit into like your day to day and all that crazy stuff. But it's like when you think about resolution, it's like anything that I would possibly write down, that is me right now. That is me right
I'm
now.
walking
like,
in it.
Yeah, I'm like walking in it. It's
it.
like there's me and then a huge ass shadow, but it's like, the steps.
There's still, and
We're
I'm
here.
walking.
We're
in
hopping.
it.
We're hopping. But anyway,
So guys, with that, thank you again.
thank you for stopping by to another episode of
Just two broke boys, fam.
It's your boy Winty Grahiba.
Tabo, greatness, and Pana tuning out.
That's right, guys. Don't
Love,
forget to
man.
like, comment, subscribe.
Do the things.
Down
Do
below,
the things.
guys. Please. Don't
Otherwise-
forget to comment. We love it when you guys like comment. We'll just throw them up in there. Awesome
As we usually
engagement.
do.
And again, guys, keep documenting this. Like so many of you guys actually, by so many, don't scare out Lumaka. You can see how many people have subscribed. Yeah. So when I say so many, like it's that. Don't think now. I think 400,000 people know me. But anyway, right. But
know
yeah,
what
no,
topic.
the engagement that we get from you guys like really dope, and I'm really glad that the whole thing of documenting your journey as much as you possibly can and just collecting a whole lot of evidence of certain steps and milestones is working out positively. Like that really brings joy to that boy. But with that said, see you in the next episode, guys. Just two broke boys. Yeah.
Like, comment, guys, please.